Hi, good evening. This is me, Pasang from Nepal. I work with the NEFIN, Nepal Federation of Indigenous Nationalities, with the Climate Change Partnership Program. Today I'll be sharing on the role of indigenous peoples' knowledge and cultural practices, how it is been contributing for healthy and sustainable living. Let me give you some backgrounds of Nepal and my organization. Nepal is one of the small country across in the globe. You can see the small country in between the big two countries, India and China. With a population of 27 million people, 27 million, and then within this small country, we have a diverse culture and diverse linguistic diversities and with diverse ecological and geographical regions. So here, NEFIN, Nepal Federation of Indian Nationalities, is an organization of 56 indigenous groups in Nepal. It has also district chapters, 71 district chapters at the community level. It also has more than 2,500 village coordination councils or village chapters. So this is one of the largest network organization of indigenous peoples in Nepal, which has been working since 1990 on the behalf of indigenous people welfare for the social, cultural, environmental, political, different issues that is relevant to the indigenous peoples, such as direct and indirect impacts for their livelihoods, for their identity, for their existence. So NEFIN since 2009 has been working on the climate change partnership program. In the climate change partnership program, we are also involved both in mitigation and adaptation approaches, particularly addressing the indigenous peoples, knowledge system and cultural practices, which has been playing important role for adaptation of climate change and also for different mitigations measures like such rate. Here we also have been collecting and documenting different case studies, different stories, different existence practices and knowledge systems across the country. Here, one of the research we did into the community, one of my colleagues is documenting different informations, even household survey and demographic informations about their access to the resources, about the knowledge system, institution practices, institution um, effectiveness, So, and then the down picture, you can see like I'm sharing my findings. And so, in a different research has clearly shown that still there are still existence and in practice of indigenous knowledge and cultural practices and in fact that has been contributing for protection of forests and natural resources because it has a symbiotic relation with the nature and forests and the presence of the impact of the spiritual and cultural practices. They accept nature as their mother earth and nature as their um, as associated with themselves. So one of the case studies that we did in Manal is where the still practices of the traditional institution and knowledge systems. In the earlier, they were called Dawa Sherpa systems, and now they call Mithila systems. In these traditional institutions, they are very rich in the management of the forest, natural resources, pasture land, irrigation, and they have been helping for the protection of the culture and even their social festivals, and then also contributing for the community developments, construction trails, bridges, monasteries, infrastructure. So overall, the Mithila system is like governance body for overall welfare of the community. This is one of the examples that we did, which can be also accessed in our websites with the subtitles in English, with a documentary on Mithila traditional indigenous institutions in Nepal. And these are similar stories how indigenous people play an important role can be found across the globe. These are the examples, these are the three main representing Mithila leaders, which nominated every 2 years. The nomination takes place very democratic and collectively, and also particularly the nomination is given priority to the elders, and we have more knowledge and contribution for the society. You can see the chain here, three pictures, all since are above 5,000 meters. The impact of the forest can clearly shows like how the impact of the culture. If you see the more impact of the natural resources, that also is the indicator of the impact of the indigenous traditional institution and all the system existing in the community. Uh, and the forest, which has been above 5,000 meters, which takes almost a year, 100 of years to grow up to become a mature tree. So you can see the impact of the forest because the community through their institutional customary practices, institutional knowledge system, they have been protecting the nature and that have been also helping for impact on the biodiversity. Here you can see the spiritual size, their cultural practices, and the home where they are living but even not free from all challenges. Uh, Especially the government of Nepal did not recognize and not address um, the recognition of the indigenous role of indigenous peoples, their knowledge systems for the forest management and natural resource management. In the management system like protected area, NASAFAR, conservation of community forestry, there is no presence of the recognition of indigenous customary practice and traditional institutions and then imposing a new set of rules and regulations has limited access to the forest, and which has consequence for the impact on the livelihoods, and when the impact on the livelihood, the continuation of this traditional knowledge at a very risk, and the transformation of the to the young generation has been always challenging. So what we have been doing, the nation has been working at the national level, ground level, and also the global level. We've been working on pushing for government to revise the relevant policies, programs, especially strategies of the forest, climate change and rate, reducing emission from deforestation degradation, one of the mitigation strategy or started by the government of Nepal, and also conservation and biodiversity. So in all the relevant policies program, particularly strategy, we are really pushing our agenda, the agenda for the recognition of the indigenous knowledge and practices so that it helps ultimately for sustainable forest management, ecosystem, biodiversity, and the livelihoods of people in Nepal. Here you can see the meetings with the high-level government officials. Here you can see my presentation with the multi-stakeholders audience, representing from different CSOs, IPOs, civil society organizations, indigenous peoples organizations, NGOs, INGOs, and also different agencies, and on different government agencies, different government ministries. Regional level, we have also joining hands with the indigenous peoples in Asia for recognition and collective rights of indigenous people and transmission of knowledge to the young generation. You can see here, and me here, this is one of the meetings in Bangladesh, working with the government in Bangladesh, and here this is one of the meetings in UN rate in Cambodia. At the global levels, also we are working seriously, joining hands indigenous people organizations across the globe for addressing issues and concerns of indigenous peoples, especially their knowledge system, their livelihood approach, to be recognized through different UN agencies and also in the arena of climate change negotiation, so that it helps for the sustainable environment and development across the globe and addressing the impacts of climate change in the long run for the healthy and the sustainable living. These are the examples of the way indigenous people across the globe joining hands, protesting, and then making the demand for recognition of their rights in taken this picture in Mexico. The down pictures, me making presentations on behalf of indigenous women during these policy board meetings in Indonesia. So this is what we have been doing in Nepal. Thank you very much. If you want to know more information on our program activities, please visit our websites or you can also contact me in my email. And thank you for listening and hope you enjoyed this presentation.